Well, certainly, people, Fulham won, Manchester United won, and Fulham finally don't find a way to break our hearts at home to Man United. Listen, I thought the second half, especially, was a very positive performance from Fulham, and I think there are parts of me that feel that Fulham did drop 2 points at the Cottage. I think while it was a positive performance, there were points where I felt that Fulham could have pushed on for that victory. But in general, I think the club itself, the supporters, the players needed a positive result from today to sort of pick up the doom and gloom of the transfer window. On the transfer window, though, for me, just like Brighton away, and I said it at half time today as well. Sander Berger in midfield is not an out and out number six. That's where he was played today, and he was, if I'm being honest with you, he was all at sea. Go and look at where Man United's chances came from, bar set pieces, which also do need to be addressed with a set piece coach that still hasn't arrived, like for them signings. Um, Man United just cut through Fulham at ease, really. Whilst I think Sasa Lukic was very good in the middle, his midfield partner Sander Berge certainly wasn't, and Fulham should see a number six as a priority within the closing days of a window. Moving on from that, I think that Josh King was superb once again. I bang on about him, but he was finding those half spaces. I think he is really the key to Fulham's attack. We have known that before. We know that now. Listen, there is not much more that I can say about Josh that I haven't said. But go and look how he started like attacks from deep for Fulham. How he was making those runs deep from midfield, going forward. Go and look at that ball that was played over the top to Josh. Those underlying runs that Josh played that Josh made Fulham have good opportunities numerous times in the game, and I think Josh. I mean, he's cemented his place in the lineup, and another player that is making a good case to be in that lineup is Emil Smith Rowe. I'm so happy for Emil. There aren't many players that could have scored today that I'd be more happy for than Smith Rowe, and I think this is what Emil needs. Two positive performances in a row. You saw last week. His contribution to finally be direct, to be concise and get inside and make that shot that caused our corner for Muniz' equaliser like on the South Coast last week was fantastic. And then you go and look today and he was superb. He was shown for the ball. It felt that as soon as he got that goal, pretty much as soon as he came on today, he looked a lot more confident, like, and the player that we want Smith Rowe to be. So I'm hoping that this can sort of kick-start Smith Rowe's career. Aside from that, towards the back line, I think that Joachim Anderson was targeted by Man United in behind quite a few times, and Calvin Bassey had to mop up for him, which he did superbly throughout the game. But I think that United did sort of come into the game. I think that towards the second half, Joa learned to step off the Man United light attackers and sort of use his defensive nous to his advantage, and that he did. He kept Benjamin Sesko very, very quiet, as the Hayfive shouted, "What a waste of money!" um, Aside from that, Ryan Sessegnon was very positive on that left wing back, going up and down. He's making a very good case of being the main deputy there, like Calvin did last week. But I thought that Jedi did make a big difference when he came on. He had that sort of that ability, sort of just like an aura, really. That the Fulham attack and even defence didn't really have at points during the game. And yeah, I do look at this today like as a positive point. I think that these supporters will, and I think that is the main thing. The squad has got a much needed morale boost. But yeah, listen, we're on to Chelsea. We're crossing over here in Hammersmith and Fulham towards Chelsea territory. And listen, we'll be back here next week, um, ready to conquer Fulham once again. Keep Fulham black and white. And listen, with Rodrigo Muniz in the team, who knows what could happen? Hopefully, a more positive performance than today for Rodrigo, as I thought Rail was very positive when he came on. But listen, I'm ready to conquer Fulham again. Come on, Fulham. Just to piggyback off what I just said, really, more defensive contributions as well came from Harry Wilson. I think that he was not only turning Patrick Dorgu really inside and out when he came on in that second half. I think that he was defensively very, very solid. He was almost acting as a a pseudo fullback at times, and I think that Harry once again just proved his worth for the Fulham shirt, and I think that he's got to start. He's got to start at the Bridge next week. And I've been speaking to some of my co-hosts here, and I think we are all in agreement that sort of what has caused the rise of North Row is the spark of Josh King. I think that has really pushed Emil. That competition that Fulham sometimes do lack has sort of fired finally me like into realising that he really has got to get it kick-started this season, and so far he has. I'm going to pan you round to the driver of the vehicle. Hopefully he doesn't crash while he's driving, but he's a professional driver, Uber driver. So hey, listen, here you go. I'm going to spin you around. Here you go. Go on now. Toby, what do you want to say?
Well, I thought we did well today. I think it's 2 points drop. Should have won the game. But what was nice to see, the goal couldn't have come to a better guy today. I'm really pleased for Emil Smith Rowe that he got the goal out of everybody. I think he needed the goal, and hopefully this will push him on this season, not to put it backwards and sideways 5 yards, but to get on the front foot and look forward. And he did that today. And I'm really hoping like him and Josh, they can push each other on. And who starts against Chelsea, I don't know. Just a word outside of that. I just would like to say something to the owners, which is we didn't buy anybody in January, and we haven't bought anybody so far except for a backup goalkeeper, and they seem to think that's okay. I think we've got a really good squad, and it looks to me from the outside that they've got a really good team mentality. They're really in it together. But as a cautionary word of warning, from March last year we had relegation form, and the form completely dropped off, and we have bought nobody. And if we don't buy people, we could get embroiled in trouble. And this team is too good for it, but they need assistance. They need other players in there. And I think even the manager knows it, and I think even the players probably know they need some more bodies in there. So to the owners, I know it's your money that you're spending and it's not ours, but you need to invest in this team. You don't want a relegation battle, because if you get involved in one, I can tell you, going back years when we first got relegated, teams can be too good and go down. That's it.
Most certainly, I completely agree with Toby's points on the owners there. I think that there has been talk about Fulham can't spend because of the SCR rulings. Well, we're like, if that's true, I think that we've got to try and change the prototype of player that we are looking to buy. Why are we looking to try and spend £40 million on Kevin and pay him quite mega wages when we've just given Kenny Tete a bumper new pay increase and signed these players that are going to be on high wages, more experienced players? Why aren't we going for players from the Football League that have a lower wage profile, that will want less money? Say that the SCR rumours are true, why aren't we doing that? So yeah, I think that this shouldn't distract the owners from the fact that Fulham need more. But on the footballing front, I think that it is a good distraction for the team, and I think the team does need that. Yeah. Anything else, Type? Are you done? He's done. Listen.
That's it. Look, who starts on Saturday morning or Saturday early
afternoon?
Come on, who's going to start in the 10-9?
I think you need Smith Rowe out wing. I think you need Smith Rowe out wide for me, and then you need probably Josh King in the 10. But can you get a defensive pivot of it? For me, I've got to be honest with you. At the moment, I'd be leading to House and Reed over Sander Berger for myself. That's what I agree with you. Yeah,
but Berger he could be a really good player, but into number 6. He was 2 yards off the pace offensively and defensively today. Whichever transition we're in, he was nowhere near it, and that you can't have a number 6 doing that. So Harrison Reed is a number 6. He should be starting that game. Otherwise, you're going to hit trouble.
I agree.
Chelsea.
Fulham need number 6, but I think Harrison Reed has more than a chance to be at Fulham and get his chance. We all know what Harrison can do. Will he go in and set the world alight? Maybe not, but he's a dependable member, a light of the squad, and he should be re-given a starting berth. And I'd start with Harrison next week. But listen, let me not go too fast on the preview for next week. For now, it's all about Man United, and I think in general, it's a positive point. Could there have been more? Maybe. But hey, 1 point's better than none.